So you guys are officially now done with camp. 1 week away from the opener. Are you ready to play football?
Yeah, these past couple days we've been going over some Cincinnati film and kind of game planning what we're going to do against them. I'm excited for next week because it's just kind of, you love it when the season comes and you get that feeling of sitting down in the meeting room, going over the other team's defense and just getting ready to play them. And there's nothing like playing a college football game, so we're just excited.
How's the offensive line coming along now? You guys feel in sync?
Yeah, snaps have been way better. I think everybody is really coming along, even the freshmen, the new guys over on scout team. They're really improving, and you can see it on the film. There's guys that a week ago didn't even know the most basic concepts in our offense, and now they're, spitting out terms like they've known it all year.
Do you feel like the depth chart is kind of known to you guys at this point?
I think it's still pretty unclear. We're still rotating centers in and out. Quarterbacks are going with every string. There's no really set roster yet. And I think that just means that we have a lot of guys that can play. I think we have tons of centers that can play. We have 3-4 quarterbacks that can all start. So I'm comfortable with whatever coach chooses.
Coach said that whoever the starting quarterback is should be obvious not just to the coach but to the players. Have we reached the point where one guy is kind of obvious that guy should be the starter?
I still think there's about 2 or 3 guys. I think the problem that we're having is that everyone is still getting better. So it's hard to say, well, this guy's the starter because the guy behind him's getting better and better and better. And I think that's just the case for all the quarterbacks, is that everyone's still improving. And, coach is going to make his decision, but until then, it's just, we're all still improving.
Is that the case with the whole offense right now, that everybody's getting better?
Yeah, I totally think so. You can see some of the younger wide receivers are even going in with the ones. Like some of our linemen are rotating with the 1s and 2s, even the freshmen. And it's just cool to see, like I said, how people are picking up concepts they didn't a week ago. And everybody's just much sharper now.
How are you on moving from right guard to left guard? I know you got Andre over there.
Yeah.
He was kind of your running mate last year.
Yeah. Well,
is there a transition with that?
Yeah, Andre and I work pretty well together. It's kind of cool. We both move from right to left. But yeah, we work well together. With Coach Fraley last year, he always would rotate me in at left guard just because he's an NFL guy. He knows if you want to get to the next level, you have to play every inside position, even center. So going from right guard to left guard, not too challenging. Going to center is a little bit more challenging, but now I think I have a pretty good grasp on all 3 positions, so I'm pretty comfortable wherever.
But you still doing a lot of stuff at center right now?
Yeah, I'm still taking a lot of snaps at center. During the walkthroughs, I'm doing a lot of center reps. And I think the main reason for that is just so I know the defense, I know our offense. So if I do have to play center, if I am the starting center, then, I know my stuff.
What about Justin Murphy? What has he brought to you guys?
Again, like I said last time, he's just a beast on the field. He's trying to be nice to our guys. Not jump on him after he knocks him down. But you could tell that he's ready to play. He really wants to play against Cincinnati.
How's Chris Murray?
He's been.
How's he look?
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better. He is one of the guys that came in and kind of knew what he was doing right off the bat. You could tell he's played a good amount of center before. I think we can definitely use him this year. With the new redshirt rule, he can play 4 games for us if he needs to, and same with the other guys. So I think that new rule is kind of cool because we get to see who can, stick it with the big guys in like a real game. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for all the freshman linemen.
Are players thinking more about that rule? Is that something they're all considering now?
Yeah, I think so, because a lot of the freshmen will ask me, like, when did you know you were redshirting when I was a freshman? And I told them, I pretty much knew from the beginning of the year. But these guys, they have 4 games to play in, which is crazy. I wish I had 4 games to play in when I was a freshman. So they don't have to worry about redshirting and all that because they have 4 games they can play, which is plenty of games.
How would you feel you are right now compared to this time last year when you were getting ready to start, but you had never played a game yet?
I'm definitely more confident, big time. Last year, I kind of had to look to some of the older guys to sort of motivate me to gain that confidence. But now I think since I played all last season, I did fairly well for myself. I think now I'm pretty confident in my play.
Do you feel like now you're one of those old guys?
I mean, people treat me like that. I've only played one season, but I think it really just depends on how people look at you based on how well you know the offense and how well you know your stuff. So if I didn't know a lot of my plays, people would say, this guy's only played one season, he's not a veteran. But if I'm coming in telling other people what to do, coaching up people on the plays after I have a season on my belt, then yeah, I think people look at me as an older guy.
We've heard a lot about the tempo that you guys have talked about coming off the practice field almost every day. What else can you tell us about this offense? What's it going to look like? How are you guys? What kinds of stuff are you guys going to run?
Well, the thing with our offense is I don't really know like too much of our style yet. I know like all the plays we're running obviously, but practice has just been really smart, like strategic. So he's just getting in as many plays as he can in a certain amount of time. So I don't know if it's an indication as to how our offense is going to be run, but if we have 20 minutes to run as many plays as we can, we're going to jump on the ball right after a snap and get it in, just because that's how you get more reps.
Mike, would you say you've taken on a little bit of a role of maybe kind of a comedian in the program, of keeping people loose, keeping them laughing?
Yeah, I mean, I like to keep kind of a loose attitude around the team. When it comes down to it, people are screwing up, people aren't doing their stuff right, then you have to get a little bit mean to guys and have to get on them. But most of the time I'm just smiling, having fun, because this is a great place and we're all really fortunate to be here. So I just like to keep a positive attitude all the time.
You guys have the O-line Sundays. Do you guys rotate who picks up the check, or how does that work?
Sometimes people just say, I got it this week and everything. So it's really cool to see how much our guys love each other and how much we've come together. It's definitely improved over the past years I've been here. I think even as a team, we're all definitely sort of coming together better. So I'm really excited for our team this year.
How do you feel like this team is kind of grown just in character and mentality of this training camp?
Well, I think Coach Kelly has really stressed us being sort of one team. Everyone knowing each other, everybody coming together and being sort of a family, which I don't think was stressed as much the past 2 years. So I definitely think everyone has a better relationship with each other. And Coach Kelly's mentioned that that sort of quality in a team can lead to championships and can lead to wins. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think, if one person screws up, people are going to get on him, and that person's able to know that they're just getting on him because they want him to be better. So I think everyone's going to improve because of that.
What would you say are your expectations for this season?
Well, hopefully we go undefeated, obviously. But one of my main ones is I want to be able to run the ball. I want to be able to, when the coach calls a run play, I want to be able to know that we're going to get yards off of it. The past few years, always when we run a run play, I was a little bit skeptical. But this year, I think if they call a run play, I think we can get yards on it. And I'm pretty confident in our running backs, our O-line, and pretty much the whole offense and the whole scheme. So I think that's kind of the main thing I'm looking forward to, is running the ball.
Is that based on what you've seen during training camp, that you guys can make that improvement?
Yeah, I think our O-line has gotten a lot better at really just run blocking in general. It's really cool to see the first couple weeks of camp. We just, people are playing hard, but they're just not getting the technique right. So, whether it's a D lineman coming off and just tapping our guy, now that we're getting the technique down, running back's not making contact with a D lineman until 5 yards. So, I mean, some plays are better than others, but most of the time I think our technique is pretty good right now, and I think it's going to improve for the season.
How much has the scheme lended itself to those improvements as well?
I definitely think the way Coach Fry teaches us the blocking methods is just really conducive as to how well the offense performs. I think, just getting your hat inside on inside zone, not letting the guy come off inside so there's a lane inside, it's really simple. But it's hard to do when you have so many different plays, so many different styles of running. But I think we're going to get it down. I think we'll be fine.
Do you think there's an excitement among you guys right now to
Definitely.
get this going?
Yeah, everybody's so excited for the game. It's like I'm probably the most excited I've been in a while, because I just think we have a really great offense. I think we have really great players. Like I said earlier, the team is like a family, and I think everyone's just going to be overjoyed when we have our first game, because everyone's going to be fired up, ready to go, and I think it's going to be a great season.